and identify all ground or air targets.
The Alien franchise has everything you'd want from a great video game. Gung-ho action, atmospheric horror, and one of the most terrifying monsters in movie history. It's no surprise that there's been a myriad of games over the years, and now it's time for Aliens Colonial Marines to lurk out of the shadows of development hell. Does this shooter emerge with the impact of a newly born chestburster, or does it replicate the empty feeling that comes after watching Prometheus? Designed as a direct sequel to James Cameron's 1985 action epic Aliens, Colonial Marines picks up directly after the grueling events of the classic movie. Rather than playing as series icon Ellen Ripley, players take control of newbie Corporal Winters, a combat-hardened Marine who forms part of a search and rescue team assigned to the treacherous landscape of orbiting moon LV-426. It's here where the previous team of Marines led an expedition to the alien-infested colony of Hadley's Hope. With communication lost and the fate of Ripley and the rest of the Marines unknown, Winters and his team are sent to LV-426 to seek out any survivors and eliminate the remaining xenomorph infestation.
Name and rank?
Corporal Christopher Winter, 118th Battalion aboard the USS Sephora.
If, like us, you've seen the film so many times that it's permanently imprinted into your brain, you'll instantly recognize iconic locations, weapons, and characters, faithfully recreated by a team who clearly love the movie. Whilst Gearbox have done a commendable job making Colonial Marines atmospherically perfect, the gameplay is as routine as first-person shooters come. Over the course of the short campaign, you'll simply walk from point A to point B, shooting anything that moves. Enemies frequently spawn out of nowhere, and explosive barrels are scattered around in a quantity that would give health and safety inspectors a heart attack. Crucially, Colonial Marines is never scary, transforming xenomorphs into easily splattered insects. Vast sections also favour combat against human advisories rather than the title villains. All of this adds up to make the campaign of Colonial Marines a missed opportunity, but not one entirely without merit. Weaponry is satisfying to use and aesthetically accurate, while memorable moments include a sequence where players are forced to sneak around sleeping xenomorphs. Colonial Marines doesn't just feel dated, it also looks it. Muddy textures are prone to severe pop-in, while screen tearing becomes as noticeable as the tediously slow doors and buggy animations. Often the game straddles an awkward line between being tense one minute and goofy the next. Take the waddling aliens, who ruin an atmospheric set piece by looking like they desperately need to vacate both the game and their bowels. Thankfully, the addition of actors from the film adds authenticity, with Michael Biehn and Lance Henriksen returning to their roles of Hicks and Bishop.
Corporal Dwayne Hicks, TQ4048215E9. Distress. My unit has suffered immense casualties on LV-426 and requests immediate assistance aboard the USS Sulaco.
With its generic single-player and dated visuals, you might be surprised to find the multiplayer of Colonial Marines is actually good, solid fun. Playing as either Marines or Xenomorphs, the competitive modes of Colonial Marines put a Left 4 Dead-style hunter versus the hunted spin on warfare. Controlling Xenomorphs is by far the most fun, with the game encouraging players to climb walls and lurk in the shadows to jump out at unsuspecting Marines. Elsewhere, the entire campaign can be played cooperatively with up to 3 other players. If you can quote every line of James Cameron's iconic film and like the sound of returning to the world with your very own pulse rifle, then you'll find things to enjoy. Sadly for everyone else, Colonial Marines fails to make up for its potential, ambition, and lengthy gestation.